Hey guys, what's up? SWTOR NERD Gaming here. Just wanted to jump in and show you guys a really quick little video. Today we got SWTOR patch 5.10.2, Heralds of Victory. It's a fairly small update. There's an article I will link in the description down below, just talking about some of the under the hood improvements that were made to the game, just so they can increase performance and speed of development for future updates down the road. But there are a couple really cool little things that I wanted to show you guys. So without any further ado, we're going to jump in and show you guys the first one, Guild Heraldry. You can see my mercenary on screen right here, and right above her name you can actually see this little Imperial symbol. That's what the Guild Heraldry looks like when it's displayed in character. So I'm on fleet right now by the GTN, and you can see not too many people have been customizing theirs yet. You do have to be a guild leader to customize yours. There's a little cool looking one here, so I'm going to go into the interface and show you guys what it looks like. So if you open up your guild tab on the left side here, you'll see a button called Edit Guild Heraldry. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to open that up, and you'll actually get this cool little interface right here. So by default, this is what it looks like. I believe you can only edit this either if you are a guild leader or if you have permissions, like if you're an officer and the guild leader's giving you permissions in the guild settings. So this one right here, this little tiny one, this is what the logo beside your character looks like. But then you can also design a larger banner that will show up in your guild tab. And supposedly it will show up when you conquer planets and everything as well. We'll see how that plays out shortly, but we're going to jump right in and I'm just going to show you guys some of the customization options, because there's a whole lot of customizations. So the first one we'll look at is symbols. So all these right here are different symbols you can click on to change. So like there's GSF ships, there's a scout from GSF, there's the Republic Empire banner. This guild that I created for this character specifically, it's a Mandalorian guild. So let's see what we can find that's Mandalorian. So here's the Mandalorian logo right here actually, so we'll use that. I don't know if I like the red though, and the background kind of looks boring. So you can also change the backgrounds for this area here. So these are all different backgrounds. As you can see, you click on them, they all look different. Let's see, what do we think here? There's multiple different geometric patterns and shapes. This one's really cool looking. Let's see. That's really hard to see. There's a lack of contrast. Okay, hold on. I'm going to change the contrasting colors here just so it looks quite a bit different. Let's see. We'll go blue, and we'll change this to a lighter red. I think, if we can find a light red. They have a full RGB color wheel here that you can adjust and literally enter any color you want. You can also enter in hex codes here and just change it manually that way. So if you know the hex code that you want, you can change it that way. So let's we're just trying to get something high contrast right now, just so we can show you guys what it looks like. We're going to put a higher contrast color in here as well, just so you guys can see the differences. And now we're going to find a background. We're just going to design a logo really quickly for this one, and then I'll jump in, I'll show you guys, because there's also a new preview window that I want to show you guys. So just to start out with though, let's find a symbol setup that we think would look good with a Mandalorian style look. So it's called Mando Syndicate Defense Force. Actually, that kind of gives it like a military style banner sort of look. There's also this one. That's more like a tribal tattoo. There's some vines. I like this one, so we're going to stick with this one for our background, and our shape is going to be the Mandalorian skull. So now we're going to jump in and we're going to see what we want for background. So I don't know, Mandalorian, I think Boba Fett, but I also want something that's going to stick out. So we're going to go, I want a green, but I don't know what kind of green we want for the background. Oh, we want it to stick out, so let's do that right there. Okay, and then for the secondary color, what contrasts with green really well? Well, red does. Black looks pretty cool there. Actually, hold on here. Let's try that black. Let's make the primary color of the skull black. And then let's make this red. Pink looks really weird. It looks good, but weird, if you know what I mean. We're gonna try and get a red. If I can figure out this RGB wheel here, it's a little bit using, just trying to get a nice little red. That's too orange. That's pretty pink. Actually, hold on here. Bright blue might look good too. You know what? We're gonna go with the pink. There's our Mandalorian or Mando Syndicate Defensive Force logo. Let's see, as you can see though, so you have hundreds of options for, like, you could literally make hundreds of combinations. We could switch symbol to something like that, or we could put that symbol in. We could go with a GSF ship. Literally hundreds of combinations. So then if you're a guild leader, I just created this guild specifically so I could demonstrate this video for you guys. So then you would hit update here, but it does require 1 million credits in the guild bank. I don't actually have a guild bank because I literally just made this specifically to show you guys the guild heraldry system. So anyway, that banner would then display on the side of your guild tab once you updated it every time you opened it. And yeah, so that's really cool, I think. Something that's been in several other MMOs, and I think it's a little bit overdue for this one, so it's great to see that here. The attention to guilds lately from SWTOR has been great, and I'm really excited to see where they take that in the future. So, alright, moving on. Now we're going to look at something that probably should have been updated ages ago. For that, we're going to come over to the GTN so we can demonstrate it a little bit here. We have a new preview window. It's being rebuilt from scratch, so. So previously, when you previewed mounts, you'd always have the mount standing beside you, so we're going to demonstrate that first of all. We'll just search up mounts here, and because I have expensive taste and never have enough credits, so we're just going to sort by most expensive, and let's take a look. Okay, we're going to preview this Asphalt Tauntaun. So this is your new preview window. So you can still zoom in and out. I'm going to center it a little bit more here. You can literally position it anywhere by clicking down, holding, and dragging. Rotate around just like this. But now there's an animation button, so you can see how your mount runs. See, really handy for someone like me who gets a headache from animal mounts that have too much up and down movements. So that one's not bad. That would probably give me a bit of a headache though, so I know I wouldn't want to spend that much on that mount. You can stop the animation. Let's try something else. Okay, let's preview this walker, see how the animation is. See, there's no up and down. I could use that walker. You can spin it around, stop the animation, so that's handy. You can preview mounts. Something else that you couldn't previously preview is emotes, so we're just going to clear the search category here, and we're going to type in emote. And we'll search that here. I'm just going to reset our preview window here, and so one thing I've noticed, it's a bit of a bug. Hopefully they'll patch it soon. When you first preview an emote, you're zoomed way in, so you actually have to zoom out, don't worry. Then just drag your character down here. There we go. It takes a little bit to, it's a little bit laggy I've found so far. So we're going to zoom it in just so we can see it. We're going to, all you have to do to deselect items that are on your preview is just right click them. So now I can see my face, and now you can preview emotes. So let's see, we'll preview this beat chest emote. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Alright, let's preview the salsa emote. So literally you can preview any emote you want. That's something you never could do before. You actually had to buy the emotes and unlock them to figure out if you wanted them. So this is really handy. Another thing you couldn't preview properly before were moods. So we'll reset that and we'll zoom in here. Drag our character down. We'll zoom in on the face a little bit here. And now some of these are absolutely comical. So let's see. Jawa face. I'm not even sure what that is. I'm really not even sure what that is. Crying. Terrified. Pout. And yeah, so you can actually see, and these are equipable moods that before you actually had to equip to figure out what they looked like. Creepy. This literally has really sort of Chucky the Clown vibes, actually. Outraged. Now this one is hilarious. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that. So, yeah, it's amazing. The new preview window, you can preview dies. Previously, some of them were glitched. Now you can preview them properly. Preview straight across the board. See what they would look like on your outfit. Alright, and one more thing I wanted to show you guys is the current animation button. So, I'm going to open that preview screen again. I'm just going to preview this piece of armor, for example, that I have. Alright, so when you first open it up and your character's standing here, if you hit the preview animation button, it's going to just show you running. You can spin it around so you can get a view of how this will work. This would be really handy for some of the armors with capes that tend to clip. You can now preview to see if your chosen armor is going to clip, so that's really handy. Alright, so you hit stop. Now, if you hit the draw stow weapon button and hit the preview button, it's going to show you what the guns look like in action with your chosen color crystal and tuning. Now, these I already have equipped, but you can also preview those in there. So you just keep hitting play, it's going to show you what the weapons look like. So, that is really cool. Small update, lots of handy little quality of life improvements. Just final thing I want to show you guys is some of the nifty looking new armor sets that came out today in the patch. The last few armor sets that have come out have really been top notch. There's two new ones that came out today. Both of them inspired, I think, quite a bit by the Han Solo movie that came out I think it was about a year ago. But anyway, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend seeing it. It's actually really good. I didn't see it for the longest time, but it's really good. So the first one is this Tempest Wardens armor set. It's kind of an Imperial Trooper look, but it's got a poncho. So I'm just going to preview that one for you guys. We're going to drag this one over here. Just pay attention to my character. As I equip these armor pieces, they actually play a little animation as you put on a new piece. So say we'll put on the boots here, and she's actually going to look down and look at her boots, which is really kind of immersive. So we'll put the gloves on, the helmet, clips a little bit with the poncho, you can see there. We'll put the gloves, the legs on, belt. Alright, so that is that. See what it looks like running, not bad. Yeah, this is definitely inspired by the Han Solo movie. The Imperial Troopers in the opening, one of the opening sequences fighting on a mud-covered planet in torrential downpour were wearing an uniform very like this, so that's really neat to see. The detail on some of these new Cartel Market armor sets is just great. Alright, so now we'll show you guys the second one. Now this one I don't know if I like or not, but it's pretty cool looking. It's got a lot of moving parts. I'll equip the whole thing so you guys can see it first. Okay. So, doesn't look too bad. Start running. Not sure what that X thing is on the back. Alright, let's see what happens when we draw our guns. Oh my god, what is that? Okay, this whole thing right here, I don't get, BioWare. I really don't get. I mean, if some people like it, that's great. That's your cup of tea, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. But no, it's fairly cool looking. It's very unique. I'll give them that. It's something that it's definitely not a reskin, which is what we were getting from the Cartel Market for quite a while. So the fact that we're getting new armor sets is great. So stuff that hasn't come out before. And actually, when you think about it, if I can get him to stop playing this animation, it's glitched out a little bit here, but it definitely does look like something from the Han Solo movie as well. One of the Outlaws was wearing it, sort of like a cross between that armor set and this Tribal Champion that came out before, so that's really cool. A couple other weapons that came out in today's patch, we'll just go over those really quickly here. This Executioner's War Staff came out today. Requires the Electro Staff, so anybody that uses a double-bladed lightsaber will be able to use this, but let's take a look at it here. It actually comes out, it looks like a giant pair of scissors. See if I can zoom out here and turn the character a little bit. Look at that. That is really neat. Play the animation again. You know, this actually really makes me wish that my bounty hunter could use an Electro Staff, like a melee bounty hunter class, melee non-force user would be amazing. Look at that. Anyway, so yeah, that about covers it. There's also, like I said, an article I'll link down in the description below. It talks about some under the hood improvements to the game's engines, or sorry, not the game's engine specifically, but how they interact with dynamic movable objects or clickable objects. So I'll link that down in the description. It's a really cool little read, and I think it's a good sign. Star Wars Celebration's happening starting tonight, I believe, and going all weekend. There's going to be a cantina, so can't wait to see that, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, that will be it for me. As always, if you enjoy great SWTOR content, don't forget to smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe. It would mean a great deal to me. May the Force be with you guys, and that is it for patch 5.10.2 Heralds of Victory. Thanks, everyone.